All right, guys. So we're here with Justin Blevins, and potentially coming to the journey is the new spot. He is just building up, remodeling, making sure it gets ready for you guys. And Justin is our founding interview for Intention Attention, and we are super excited that Justin took time out of his busy schedule and decided to hang out with us today. So, Justin, how's it going?
As well, man. I'm excited too. I always look forward to these interviews because there's always so much purpose that people have. If you're taking the time to really help people and, create some kind of inspiration or motivation or, some kind of something that people can relate to be able to do this, you got to have something good in your heart. It's not always going to be about the money. You got to have something decent in your heart. And so I'm always ready to do stuff like this.
That's great. That's great. And initially, Justin, too, because I had met you once before, and I told you about Lindsay Crow. I mean, we're both close friends with her. And she always talked about kind of your heart behind encouraging people, wanting to help them out, and wanting to see them reach their full potential. And that is something that's really deep within my heart, is to see my peers and friends reach their full potential. So when was kind of your business established? When was your first time really training and deciding that this is kind of what...
So I started training at 18 years old, and I'm 36 now. So
that's great.
That's about 18 years that I've been doing this, and I found a niche really fast. I'm really good with weight loss, teaching people how to kind of inspire themselves consistently to be able to do the right things, and so 18-year journey has brought me to the point to where I've been in weight loss and I've been in competitive fitness and I've had gyms, and it brought me to the point of it's just success. It's coaching success, and it's easy to start with fitness because fitness you can have results pretty quickly. If you're doing the right things, then you can have results pretty quickly. And if you are consistent with it, it kind of bleeds over into the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And so it just gives me the opportunity to teach people that if you do this consistently the right way, you can do anything consistently the right way.
Right. So I mean exactly right. I mean, I was a personal trainer for 8 years as well, and it's pretty cool to see. First of all, people coming out of a bad place, a place that they weren't happy with, and then working consistently, like you were saying, to get to a point where they love themselves, they love what they're doing, and how it bleeds over into normal life, pretty much everything. I mean, I feel like fitness is pretty closely parallel to everyday life as far as like successes and failures and whatnot. What are some of the successes, or most importantly, I mean, there's 1,000 lessons in losing. So what are some of your failures that you bounce back from?
Failures, man. Yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of businesses, and I've had some winners and I've had some losers, and it really came down to my ability to grow and develop off those perceived losses, because when I look back now, they weren't really losses. They were just learning moments, just points in my life that I've been able to learn, oh, you can't do this, or you have to do this. Oh, you have to be more consistent here. I guess the biggest part was in business, learning that you have to have a full grasp of business, and you have to have a full grasp of business education to be able to make your business abundant. Anybody can start a business, but to have a thriving and successful business, you're going to have to bring on a team of people that are strong in different areas, or you need to have some strong suits in every part of your business life. So I've had some failures because I've signed some bad paperwork, and I've gotten multiple gyms stolen from me, where I was running a gym and somebody with a good smile said, I want to help you, and I want to help you do this bigger and better, and it turns out really they just wanted to steal it from me. And so I've had that happen a couple times, and I purposely stay naive. I still trust in people and believe in people, because I'm the type of person is you can take everything from me and I'll bounce back that fast. And I thank God for that, because not everybody's like that. I have it in my mind that it doesn't matter what you take from me, I can go get it all back tomorrow. So
that's awesome.
The failures have taught me that if you just keep going, you can become whatever you decide that you want to become.
Right. Now, are you self-taught? Did you go to college or anything like that?
I went to college for as long as I was playing football. So I played sports, and I tore my ACL my freshman year in college, and so I was done. but I would consider myself highly educated. I've read almost 2,000 books. I became addicted to reading when I was younger, and so I just started killing it, and reading everything I get. Sometimes I'd stay home from work just reading, and it kind of got me in trouble so much that I had to change my routine. So then I started waking up about 3:30 every day, and I'd read for a couple hours, and because I wanted to become something. I dealt with severe depression, and I had this idea this one day that came to me. I said, if I can do the right things during the wrong emotions, I can be successful at anything I choose. And so I knew no matter what, I would follow my map every day, because I didn't care if I woke up upset or with a weight on my shoulders. I was going to follow my map, and I was going to do what I said I was going to do. And so that was a big moment for me. And I wanted to read 1,000 books in 10 years, and I ended up reading 1,000 books in 6 years, and I just kept going after that. So
that's awesome. One of the things that I've been telling a lot of people is, just take small steps towards your goal each and every day. And just consistently, like we were talking before with the fitness, just do a little bit of something, which then grows into this habit where you are just always used to either hitting that goal early or eventually coming to that goal. What do you think it is about success that scares people?
I don't even know if people can be scared of success if they've never had a taste of it before. So I think the idea of failure or not believing in yourself, that comes whenever it really comes down to doing the things that you say you're going to do. A lot of people have some good ideas, and they'd like to do these things with their lives, but they don't want to go all in because their subconscious holds them back with that fear of, I can't complete what I'm saying I'm going to do. And sometimes their conscious mind is saying, I can do this, but their subconscious is so powerful that it won't let them get into their new routines. I have this series called The Bridge. And the bridge is the idea of when you want to become something else, when you want to do something else with your life, it's kind of like building a bridge from one person to another. And if you don't build that bridge and follow through with those habits consistently for enough time, you'll have no choice but just to walk back across and follow your old path. But if you take the time to build that bridge wholly, then you'll be able to walk to the other side and walk down this new path. And so that's what it is. It's just the time and effort and consistency. The fear... Any entrepreneur knows that fear is going to be there. It's going to wake up in the morning, and it's a lot of times you're going to think this is the day it all crashes. This house of cards, it's all going to fail today, and you got to accept that that's trying to hold you back. That's your subconscious trying to get you back into that comfortable and safe routine. When we want to become something great, we have to outwork our subconscious.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's awesome. During those times of downtimes where you felt like you weren't going anywhere, you felt like this thing was just too big for you, what are some of the mantras or just kind of deep down thoughts and emotions that kept you going?
I'm glad you asked that question, man. This is something that I am so key on teaching, because that's what happens to everybody. They have these ideas and these moments of inspiration, and they're like, I'm going to do this, and then all of a sudden it's 20 days later, if that, and they're right back into what they're doing. So I developed this system called AIM. It's inspiration, education, and motivation. I teach people inspiration is external. It's something that you see or something that you hear and you want to be, something that you read and it's like, oh, I got to do that. It makes you feel like you want to do something. Inspiration is something that we should do for ourselves daily. I like to watch videos, like YouTube videos, that make me inspired. So if it's a fitness, I'm trying to get in shape, then I'll watch workout videos. Or if I'm trying to really focus on my business or marketing, then I watch really awesome marketing videos or whatever that is. And I try to get inspired every single day on purpose. I don't do it any other time except because I'm supposed to. And so I have a routine that every day I'm re-inspiring myself. And the next part of that, when you're inspired to do something, you have to educate yourself on that thing. So even if it's only 5-10 minutes a day, start learning exactly what it is you need to learn to be able to do that thing. So educate yourself a little bit every single day to get better and better at what you're trying to do. And then motivation, I teach where it's a little bit different than most people. I think motivation is internal, and it's by building small goals. Tiny, I call them micro goals, daily goals that you can hit. And every time you hit those daily goals, it's going to build up an internal motivation inside of you that won't allow you to quit on yourself anymore. Because as a society, we're so used to quitting on ourselves, saying I'm going to do this and not following through. The secret to success is simple. It's, can you do what you say you're going to do? if you can do what you say you're going to do, then you can start adding new things to that. But if you don't have the ability or the skill set to do what you say you're going to do, what can you ever do? Right. You're going to be the exact person you already are. So just, if you can do what you say you're going to do, you can be successful at whatever you choose.
No, that's great. That's great stuff. Talking about building a successful business and kind of putting yourself out there, how do you think, this might be a little bit of a vague question, how does one in your position kind of brand themselves, or stand out from the crowd?
Well, let's talk about fitness first. Fitness first is, I started looking at just trainers in general. And personal trainers, when they get certifications, what they learn to do is make people more functionally adequate. That's what the majority of certifications teach you. Where I knew in my heart that people just wanted to be more aesthetically pleasing to themselves and to others. So I got this concept that if I can teach people how to lose weight, get in shape, and feel great about themselves, and just feel confident and comfortable about what they see in the mirror, then I can have more and more clients coming back, because they're not coming for the workout, they're coming for the feeling. I want to feel the way that you're making me feel. And when you can make somebody addicted to the way that you're making them feel and helping them learn how to feel that about themselves, you have a client for life. And so what separates us is everything we teach and everything that we build out, our portals, our online systems, our focus is changing your mindset to be able to do what you say you're going to do. Yeah. You'll hear me say that a lot, because that's all it is. That's the key to me is anything you want to do in life. If I can say it and follow through with my actions to do it, then I can be whatever I want to. And so that we really focus on developing your subconscious to accept what you say you're going to do and just follow through and do it.
Yeah. Now, I know you were talking about reading a ton of books and watching YouTube videos for inspiration. Who are some of the mentors in your life who have really inspired you to be who you are today?
Okay, so the first book that I would say out loud that is a winner for me was How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably one of the most popular books on the planet. Almost everybody's heard of it, but it's a key and a foundation to my success, because I'll read it about once a quarter, and you're always getting something. It's always reminding you that people just want to feel a certain way, and if you can help them feel the way they want to feel, you can influence them any way that you want to. There's only a small difference in manipulation and being able to help somebody be inspired or motivate somebody or give somebody direction. And so if you're manipulating somebody, it's just getting them to do something that's going to help you that won't really help them. But if you're influencing people, it's having the ability to inspire somebody to do something for themselves. And once they feel that growth for themselves, then it's almost unstoppable. It's once they've got a taste of, I can do this, I can change anything I want to change off this new skill set that I put together, then you're good to go. I think that is something that is key. So How to Win Friends and Influence People was a foundation to what I teach, and making me try to understand how to influence people to be a better version of themselves.
What with doing personal training and let's actually take it a step farther back. Take us back to day one when you thought, hey, this was for me. This is what I want to do with my life. What did that look like? Okay,
so I didn't really have that moment. I had a moment of, I didn't want to wait tables. When I was real young, I waited tables a little bit, and I was a bartender and worked in bars and stuff like that. And I didn't want to do that. And I had a friend that was a trainer, and so I was like, okay, I can give that a shot. And my dad died at 42 years old of a heart attack. He was overweight and did drugs, and he just wasn't a healthy person. And there's heart disease and cancer all throughout my family. And I was just like, I was genetically gifted, and I was like, well, I can take this, I'm a pretty influential person just naturally. I can take this and I can help people, get in shape.
Right.
I like working out, that's cool, And it came to me really quick.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I had 10, 20, 30 clients, and I was like, oh, I get clients really easy. I can get other people to train these clients, and I'll just keep getting new ones. So by the time I was 19, 20 years old, I had, 5 trainers working for me, where I'm not working hardly at all. I'm making phone calls, and I'm earning 6 figures as a kid.
Yeah.
And so it came really naturally to me. The marketing is really what I fell in love with, and then I fell in love with learning and, of course, teaching people how to do the right things to change their lives.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of the things that my dad always tells me is to find your cue. And what he means by that is that for anyone really, sometimes they don't have to take whatever they're doing from A to Z. Sometimes they just have to find that middle ground that they can put themselves in, that niche spot, and that's their cue spot, and they're successful in that area. So really sounds like what you were doing was you just kind of found your cue and then just stuck yourself in that position.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely.
And just stayed there.
Yeah.
I like that. It makes everything simple. I live my life off of quotes, and one of them is simplicity perfected is simply perfect. And I think that's exactly right. Is just keep it simple and perfect that simplicity. Then that way you can get really good at that single thing. And we can always add things later, but keeping it simple and moving on that one thing is always a powerful tool.
So our final question here, Justin. It's been awesome talking to you, brother. It's been amazing. If you could have a 1-hour conversation with anyone living or departed, who would it be and why?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I would spend every moment I could. My love for the scriptures is my greatest passion in life. My calling is to speak the word of God for the rest of my life, and I have a program that I've built out. It's called Disciple 67. It's a 67-day process of how to become a disciple of Jesus Christ, and I think if I could have that singular conversation, it would just be so powerful to me, because it would be something in the flesh where, I'm speaking and listening in the spirit for so long that for it to come to flesh would be awesome for me. So, Jesus is probably the most influential man throughout history. Everybody knows who he is.
Right.
He's influenced billions of lives, and so in multiple ways, the creator of the universe and the most influential human being that ever walked the face of the earth that's got to be my answer.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to Intention Attention's very first interview with Justin Blevins. Justin, we thank you so much for
I appreciate it.
having us out. And if you guys would like to talk to Justin yourselves, Justin, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, look me up on Facebook, Justin Blevins, Blevins. Our online product is called The Weight Loss Hero. You can go Instagram, Weight Loss Hero. It's an awesome site to see. We have a couple 100,000 followers, and we have great content, and that's how we influence the majority of people when it comes to health and fitness, is Weight Loss Hero.
Very good, very good. Justin, thanks so much.
Of course.